Hi, I'm Cece Meadows from Las Cruces, New Mexico. I had my first baby at 23. I was loving life, being successful. I worked in the finance industry for many years. At 27 years old, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. I had surgery and then had to do chemo. And being a single mom and having a 3-year-old little girl, it was hard. But when I was going through chemo, my really good friends came over to my house and they just did this full beat on my face. I looked radiant. I looked like I was alive. For just an evening, I forgot that I had cancer. My passion for makeup arose in that moment. Being able to change how someone looks to match how they want to feel was a gift that I wanted to express and share with everyone.
And she's here to share it with us. Cece grew that gift into a makeup empire, and hers became the first Native American brand to be featured in a New York Fashion Week show. And now she's here to help us put some finishing touches on our face. She joins us from her store in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Please welcome Cece Meadows, and she's got a model with her, April. Thank you so much. Before we get to the demo on April, who looks beautiful already, I mean, Cece, what a story. There you are facing, a frightening medical diagnosis, and your friends were there for you. And that glow that you got from that makeup, you wanted to share it with other people because you recognize in your darkest moment what it can mean, just that boost.
Yes, exactly. It really is just a gift for a makeup artist to come in and really transform your face, kind of make you feel what's inside but is not showing on your face. And so I am just so grateful for my friends that they showed me that kind of love. And so being able to create products and creating a beauty brand geared towards my people and just bringing us and to the forefront, in the beauty industry is what's, driving all of this. And so I'm so thankful for my journey and to be here where I am right now. And so, April's absolutely beautiful. And, there's cheekbones and the colors that we created. It's inclusive to everyone, but when you look at the shades and what it can bring out in features is what's important to us.
And you focus very much so on shades and having a large range. That's why you've gotten so much attention, because you recognize complexion, different complexions, different colors look and highlight good. I happen to love orangey colored blushes. I like peaches and pinks, and you have a beautiful palette there for April.
Thank you. Yeah, so growing up, I remember my grandmother, she would use lipstick as the blush.
Yeah.
And I remember she would tell me that they didn't have her shade, and so she would use the lipstick.
Yeah.
And so when I created this quad, I wanted it to be completely diverse to every skin tone. And so you have here for, someone who's a lot fairer than I am, and then you have a medium.
Yeah.
And then you have someone who's just like a honey type color. And then, of course, you have a darker shade for, all those beautiful black queens like my mother who, has to wear a darker shade to bring out her.
Right. And I tell people all the time, my cheeks eat up color. So I'm a fan of the brighter pink because it doesn't show up. So show us with April the blush application that you believe we should all be trying right now that we're with our refreshed faces.
So April is going to be using this shade here, and because she's more of like a medium to medium dark shade. And what I do is I just take this beautiful brush here, and what I do is I lightly tap here. And I know that people are intimidated about blush. They often tell me, "Oh, please don't make me look like Annabelle," and that's because it's a really dark color, and so they're always intimidated about the blush part. And so what I do is I like to tap on, and then I just do a sweeping motion.
Yeah. I like that you take it all the way up to her temple. I like that you take it all the way up because we do sometimes believe that smile and just on the apples of our cheek is the way, and that's how you get the Annabelle look.
Right. And so what happens is, I love using that apple technique, but what happens is once you stop smiling, then it falls down here in this portion.
Yeah.
And so you just look like you have blush like right on the inside. But if you start on the outside here and tap and go forward, and then what you do is you can sweep it to where it
Lovely.
starts to come forward and diffuse a bit.
Cece, let
And
me
then you
ask
just
you,
get that really beautiful natural glow.
do we need those dual blush kits, you know, the ones that have the, I mean, yours are for different purposes, but the dual where it's upper cheek
Right.
and lower
So
cheek, do we need that?
I don't think so. And so what we do is when we create our products, when I create something, I create something so that it can be, used in many different ways. And so when you have like a shade for the top and the bottom, what it does is it just creates a confusion for you. It intimidates you when you go shopping. So when you find something that comes in a quad like this, or it comes in, a double shade, what you do is you basically you can utilize this for an everyday type look.
Wow.
Or, when you're going out at night and you need just that more pop of color because it's darker in the
Yeah.
spaces that you are, you can pop on just a darker shade like this and just very lightly. This has pearls in it also. And so what it does, it gives you that
A little bit of a shimmer.
blush,
Yeah.
but then it also gives it that highlight finish.
So, Cece, we got a great blush application going there, but you talk a lot about brushes and how they make a difference. Do we have to spend a lot of money on brushes? Because they can run up there in price.
No, so that's another thing. When I was creating my brushes and designing my brushes, I wanted to create something that my people could afford. I remember being really young and wanting to dabble into makeup, and people saying if you wanted a really good brush, you had to spend $20 on one brush, and I couldn't afford it. So I am in love with nanotechnology. I'm in love with what you can do with fibers and what you can bring out of someone's eyes when you have the correct shape, the correct fibers. And so these are the artistry brushes that I use for this look. And so another thing also is color. Pops of color intimidate people so much. But when you have the right brush, you can do anything.
Well, you have Hannah here, and here's the deal. You're a phenomenal makeup artist and a creator of product. At the end of the day, we don't all want 1,700 brushes in our drawer. So what are the brushes that we must have at home to achieve some of these looks?
So I've taken two of my favorite brushes, and this is a P19 brush. And basically what this brush is used for is to apply the eyeshadow.
Okay.
And so I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a little bit of this purple that I've been using on Hannah.
Super pretty.
And I'm going to apply it into her crease here in her eye.
So that is more of a
And
flat
as you can
brush.
see-
That's a flat angle style brush so that we can actually get the product
Correct.
on. Okay.
Correct. And so when people see these types of things, they just get intimidated. It's like, it's too bold. I'm going to look like a clown. And they don't trust the process.
Right.
They don't trust the brush.
Okay.
And so
we
what I
have it
do
on.
is I take our P20 brush right here, and it's dome shaped. It's a little bit bigger. We have a thinner shaped brush, but I love this brush because what it does is it takes out and diffuses
Nice.
everything that I've applied. And it's a beautiful brush.
Well, Hannah, your
blends out.
eyes are popping. You need to go somewhere for sure today or hit the gram and let people see this beautiful job that she's done. Cece, thank you so much for the tips, and we'll have much more information on our website, TamronHallShow.com. And thank you so much for representing the range of beauty and the range of colors we all come in. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.